Carrot Tops. Hey everybody, welcome to Love and Reload, the voice of the relocation industry. I am your host, Ben Cross, and I'm so blessed and honored to be here with our friends, Adam, Lowy, and Carlyn O'Hearn. How are y'all doing today?
Fantastic, Ben. Good to see you again.
Yes, doing well. Thanks for having us.
Always good to have a Move for Hunger on the pod. Always great to see you, Adam, and Carlyn. It's great to finally meet you.
Yes, you as well. Heard a lot of great things from Adam and Taylor over on our team.
Yeah, all lies, all lies. No, it's great. It's great. We love meeting all the team members. And Adam, your team has grown so much.
We're doing a lot. So yes, we've definitely grown. We're about 22 team members now, scattered across the nation and working hard to recover as much food as humanly possible.
That's so cool. That's so cool. I want to get into all that. We're going to be talking about updates this year. You have a big announcement. So we're breaking news today. But everybody who's out there, get in the comments, y'all. Let us know who you are, where you are, what you're up to. It's always fun to hear what you guys are up to. You always find new and creative ways to do good. I'm excited to hear about it.
Well, we're super excited. We're super excited to be here.
Yeah, let us know who you are and where you are out there. Get in the comments, y'all. I got to ask you the same question. Adam, where in the world are you?
I am finally home for a minute. I just got back from New Orleans, where we threw our first ever parade with a purpose, which was incredible. Like New Orleans jazz.
You didn't invite me to parade with a purpose?
I know. It was with the National Apartment Association, and I got to tell you, 100 degrees, tornado warnings, tropical storms. But we had a band and we had instruments and we packed 2,000 snack kits for local kids in the community. It was incredible, but it was the sweatiest I think I've ever been in my life.
Was this at Apartmentalize?
This was at Apartmentalize.
I was like on the fence about going to that. I didn't realize y'all were doing was it like a second line parade?
We brought a local second line parade in. It was just so much fun. I love music. I know you love music. We've talked about this before. So anytime I get an opportunity to bring music into the events that we do, it's just like a home run as far as I'm concerned. And
1,000%.
It was incredible. Like,
where was the parade? What streets were y'all?
So the conference was in the convention center, and we were right outside the convention center. The Hilton gave us their lot. And then, because it was going to be pouring and winds, we ended up marching from the lot into the ballroom of the Hilton where we had all the snack kits set up.
I love a good indoor-outdoor second line. Okay. What's up, Lisa Fontana? I see you out there. Yes, girl. I love you. I see you. Sharina, hello from Global HQ. What's up, Sharina? Super producer Sharina. Sharina, have you ever been to a second line parade in New Orleans? No. Stop. You need to just leave work right now, take a paid vacation to New Orleans, and march around town with some brass instruments. That is like literally my favorite place in the world to be, Adam. You know what? In fact, I was wanting to go to New Orleans so bad around New Year's. Yeah. You know, I'm a painter. I express myself visually through paint and haberdashery. But I was so fixated on going to New Orleans for New Year's, and my wife wouldn't let me go, that I painted a New Orleans scape. Can I show you my New Orleans painting,
Please.
Adam?
Please.
Sharina, would you do the honors and hand me my New Orleans painting? I'm tethered. I'm tethered here. Get in the comments, y'all. Let us know how you're doing, where you're at right now. Check in with us. Tell me how I did on this. So have you ever been, so a lot of people go to New Orleans, they go to Bourbon Street in the Quarter, which is fantastic. But, as you get older, you start saying, okay, I want to have more mature tastes, I prefer to go to Frenchman Street.
Frenchman Street is lovely.
And that's where the music's at, the best music. This is my Frenchman Street painting.
Oh my goodness.
That does look very much like Frenchman Street.
That's a corner on Frenchman Street.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We might even auction this off. You know what? We might even, maybe next year. Who knows? I don't know. Might auction that one off.
I think you should. I had some gumbo on Frenchman Street and watched a World Cup game just before I left while I was going to go to the airport. It was the best cap off to a long week in the sun.
Dude, I hate you so much. Next time you go to New Orleans, Carlyn, you know what? I'm actually going to make you in charge of this. Next time Adam goes to New Orleans, you have to make sure he invites me, okay?
Okay. I'll keep on him at it.
No problem. Yeah. I'm happy to bring you anywhere, Ben.
Yeah, yeah, I'm happy to. I don't need to sweat like that. Taylor says sweat for hunger.
Sweat for hunger.
That's just farming.
Yeah.
You sweat for hunger. That's farming,
Perfect.
Taylor. I love Taylor. Shout out to Taylor. Daisy, Move for Hunger peeps are the best. We love supporting y'all. Hello from Glomo HQ. What's up, Daisy? Do you get in the comments? Do you have a favorite Move for Hunger event that you participated in, or one that you like a bucket list thing that you would like to do? Put it in the comments if you have a favorite Move for Hunger event that you've done or would like to do in the future. Tanya, I see you. Stephanie Owens, I see you. Hannah Lane, I see you. What's up, Stephanie? Hannah Lane says, also just getting home from New Orleans, and no joke, that was the rainiest Move for Hunger event I've ever been a part of.
It's my poor team, but I got to tell you, there's no one harder working out there. It was a rough one, but I got to tell you, at the end, just the faces of the people like that. You're giving time at a conference and like saying, I'm not going to go network, or I'm not going to go to the trade show floor during this moment, or I'm not going to go freshen up before the next thing. They sweat with us, and they fed 2,000 people. Like, we made 2,000 snack kits and raised enough money to feed another 200,000 people. Like,
wow.
it was crazy.
That's awesome.
We're really trying hard because also like the need is higher than it's ever been before right now. Like, this is the most people ever struggling with food insecurity right now, at a time when SNAP benefits are getting cut, food prices are higher, gas prices are higher. Like, we're all feeling it ourselves, and we have, right? Think about the folks that don't have, and how much harder that this is hitting them. So yes, it's fun, it's loud, it's sweaty, but at the end of the day, we're doing these things to help raise awareness and also fuel our efforts to go and recover more food, which is really what Carlyn and her team are doing every day, is figuring out how do we get truckloads of food into food banks. So then the food banks can worry about getting food out the door.
Carlyn, talk about that a little bit. People are starting to come in here with their favorite Move for Hunger events, past, present, and future. So get in the comments that. Lisa, I see the Music City drop in Nashville is epic. Totally. And she's promoting the Motor City drop in Detroit coming up. What is that about?
So the Music City drop was so ridiculous and fun that we decided, let's take this to the road. Let's take this to a city that has long been a favorite of Move for Hunger. And Ben, you were a big part of us kind of growing our impact in Detroit, Lisa Fontana as well. So the Music City drop is becoming the Motor City drop this year. And we are rappelling down the historic Guardian building just before the day before the GLRC conference. So it's like everything is combining. This is not just a Relo event. This is an everybody event. For those that attended last year in Nashville, we had People Magazine, we had Kroger, we had Rice Krispies Treats, we had some of the major sports teams mascots from the Predators and the Titans. And we're expecting to go just as big, if not bigger, in the Motor City this year, September 15th and 16th. And folks can sign up at moveforhunger.org/Motor City Drop. So there's stuff happening. And
they love dropping people in Detroit too. I've been there. I lived there for 5 years. I mean, they drop them like crazy over there. Sharina, can we get a picture of the Guardian building? I got to see this building. I got to see if I'm familiar with this building and see if it's safe for me to drop off this thing. What size harnesses do you carry?
We work with an incredible company of ex-military that does the logistics of this event. We've had people all shapes and sizes, all ages, young and old. I think our oldest person was almost 70 that did this last year in Nashville. My dad actually did it with me too, which was extra special. So we definitely are looking for people to rappel with us. We're looking for people to volunteer. We're looking for companies to sponsor. We've got Kroger and Rick Young Insurance leading the charge in sponsors right now, but there will likely be others.
What does it take to sponsor this? And we got people checking in. Get in the comments, y'all. Let us know your favorite Move for Hunger event, past or future. Mike Quigley gets off the, look at, he's getting out of his pool.
He's off the beach. Mike.
Yeah. Mike says we can afford to travel conferences. We can't afford your confidence. But if we could afford to travel, conference, and vacation, we can surely help feed those who need it the most.
Longtime supporter, Mike Quigley. We appreciate you. I miss you, Mike.
I heard that Mike Quigley actually donated a whole case of unopened tequila. Is that right?
No, he kept that tequila. He
did.
needs that tequila where he is right now. But Mike has been a really incredible, generous donor, basically every year to support the cause, and we truly appreciate that.
I love it. Sheldon says, hopefully someday I want to join Team Move for Hunger and run a half marathon to raise money against hunger.
You know, for the runners out there, we are also in more marathons than ever before. New York City, Big Sur, some of the majors overseas like Berlin, Dublin. I think we're in London now. So
You're doing a Berlin marathon?
All the majors, almost all the majors we're in, except for Boston. I can't get into Boston yet, but if you are a runner, or even if you're not like a major runner, you just want to do your first 5K for Move for Hunger, you can join the team, and we'll give you fundraising page, we'll give you gear, we'll give you all the support you need to turn those miles into meals, which is a big deal.
Talk to me about the evolution of these events, because I've been doing truck pulls since Detroit, which was probably 2016, 2017 maybe. We were down at the Eastern Market in Detroit. It was such a cool neighborhood, such a vibe. Eastern Market Brewing Company got involved as well, and it was just it was awesome, except I was in a walking boot, but nonetheless. But talk to me about the evolution of eventing, because it's been at least 10 years that you've been doing these kind of engagement events.
Yeah, I mean, we know it works. We know what's fun. We know what's impactful. We've started adding a lot of like meal pack and snack kit components to it. So wherever we show up, we're also having even more of a local impact. We're going outside of the industries as well and bringing in other sponsors. Like I said, we had Rice Krispies Treats as our title sponsor for an event last year. We're now working with Albertsons, which we'll make an announcement about in just a moment. So really thinking about how we bring communities together, how we bring industries together to create experiences that are memorable, that are impactful, and hopefully that inspire others to want to get involved with the cause, whether that's getting involved with Move for Hunger or even just their local food banks and pantries. Like this.
Well, you've inspired us, honestly, here at Glomo and at North Texas Relocation Professionals, because obviously we support Move for Hunger, and we always have and we always will. But, we also wanted to get involved locally and like put our hands on some food, and get out there with the people. Yeah. And so we started packing, packing boxes at Minnie's Food Pantry, and we've done it. Well, I've done it at least twice now, and our team's done it more times than that. And it is just so amazing to get in kind of at every level of this chain, that it takes to feed people. It's so inspiring. I was literally just talking to Tony Hill on the team. What's up, Tony? I see you, buddy. And it just gives us so much more purpose. And isn't that like so important when you go to work to have like purpose?
You got to.
Absolutely.
Like it's one of those so we've been at this 17 years now. 17 years we've delivered 80 million pounds of food to food banks and pantries across the country. This year, we're only 6 months in. This year we've already done 13 million pounds of food, over 11 million meals in our first 6 months of 2026, whatever year it is. So like just putting in perspective like how much we're growing, because there's so much opportunity. We talk a lot about hunger, but also food waste is a huge challenge here. There's so much food. 38% of the food produced in this country ends up in landfills. Carlyn can tell you, Carlyn, what's a typical week look like for you at Move for Hunger? Because you're doing this, right? You're behind the scenes normally. Today we've got you on camera. But what's it typically look like? What type of calls, emails are you getting?
Definitely. I think when people think of Move for Hunger, they think of our events and our Donate Your Food When You Move initiative. And I am with the bulk recovery transport team. So we are moving full truckloads of donated products to food banks. I would say we're problem solvers, logistical matchmakers, working with food owners, food banks, transportation companies. For example, rejected load recently, some blueberries in Chicago. Chicago Food Rescue called me, and you've got to worry about the quality of these blueberries. It's a short turnaround. So our our team's adrenaline gets pumping and we reach out to movers in the Chicago area. Thankfully, we have a wonderful network over there. An Armstrong company of Chicago put those blueberries up the next day. They were rejected just because of improper paperwork showing up to their distributor. So,
Carlyn, you're saying blueberries rejected, improper paper. Like, how many blueberries were rejected?
Yeah, how many blueberries fit in a truckload?
Well, we rescued 10 pallets, but it was 2 full truckloads. So, like, over 50 pallets of blueberries were distributed in the Chicago community that were at risk of being taken to the landfill. They're perfectly fine.
Because of improper paperwork, Ben.
And you're talking to some movers. We know about those inventories. They got to be tight, okay? But it's a shame.
Carlyn, what's another one? What's another one you worked on recently?
Recently, we had some plums in Minnesota as well. 300 cases rejected to another paperwork issue. We had green beans, like 5 pallets of green beans in California in May that were rejected, another paperwork issue. If somebody shows up late to their appointment to offload, they'll reject a load, try and get it sent to a landfill.
Is this really is this a pervasive issue with paperwork and the food delivery, logistics infrastructure?
There's so many. I mean, paperwork is one of the reasons, right? It's not the reason. It's one of so many reasons. Like, hey, there's traffic and they showed up 2 hours late. You missed your delivery window. Sorry, we're not taking it. Or, we work with a snacking company, and literally every week they call us 1 pallet, 6 pallets, whatever it might be. Like, hey, the food's going to expire soon. Well, what's soon mean? It's got 6 months left. We can't get it to the grocery store, right? And by the way, 6 months, that's just what the best buy date is on these shelf-stable foods. Like,
I eat 2-day-old sandwiches, bro. Like, you talking 6 months, man. I could do some work in 6 months.
So, like, that's the reality of what's happening every single day. And we are one organization. I know you didn't say it, Carlyn, but last month, May, we recovered 45 truckloads of potatoes in Idaho last month.
There's so many potatoes.
And there's going to be 8 trailer loads a day, every day of potatoes for the next 3 months, just in Idaho alone. We can't pick all those up.
They already know before they're even delivered, like into the future, that these are going to be wasted potatoes.
Yes.
That's
because
crazy.
Because there's surplus. And there's all these food sourcers that know. I was actually just at an event this morning because we dropped a 40-foot cold storage unit in New Jersey that's going to be shared among a number of pantries. So they can take in more fresh and frozen product, which we're really excited about. It's kind of like one of the regional approaches we're taking to food recovery. And I was talking to a fisherman that was there that we were doing some work with, and he's like, hey, Memorial Day weekend, there was all this fish that went to the restaurants that they were going to sell. It's Jersey Shore. We're going to sell all this fish. Well, it poured. Memorial Day weekend was a wash. Oh. So all of these restaurants that were going to place some additional orders, they didn't place all these orders.
Barnacle Bills wasn't slinging snapper?
Barnacle Bills was not slinging snapper. Try to say that 3 times fast. So now you've got all this excess inventory that either needs to be thrown away or needs to be donated. And we're working with a seafood gleaning organization called America's Clean Seafood, and they're recovering this food, and then we're helping to transport that down to pantries across the Jersey Shore.
So I know how you recruit movers to get in this and how it all started. We all know that by now, right? And picking up the excess stuff in pantries as we're moving, right? But how did you get into and start networking into these networks of truckloads of food? I mean, this seems like a real game changer.
About a year and a half ago, we piloted and now launched our charity freight network. And what this is working with freight and logistics companies that are offering to donate or deeply discount entire trailer loads for us to be able to move. And we're talking about like refrigerated transport.
Just to be clear, refrigerated transport.
Yeah, refrigerated transport. So we can move more fresh food. We've got about 20 companies that we're working with. And then Carlyn's team is also reaching out to all these food companies, from Kellogg's to PepsiCo to HelloFresh to who else are we working with, Carlyn? Who are we picking?
Fire Bakeries, Go-Go Squeeze, recently Chobani, Lineage. There are endless.
So we're becoming these companies' easy button right? If they've got excess inventory to donate, aging inventory, rejected loads, we can be, yes, we'll take that. When we heard about those plums, like we essentially turned that truck driver around and said, don't take it to the dump. We've got a place. We have the relationships. Like not only does Carlyn's team have relationships with the owners of the food, but we're also working with a network of thousands of food banks and pantries. So we know.
So how do you do you just call each truck driver like, hey, we want your plums? Or do you like get on a board somewhere and like let them know, hey, if you got extra plums, we're your people? Like what how do they know like in advance? It feels like it needs to kind of happen just in time a little bit.
Carlyn.
Definitely. Yeah. In all of our onboarding with our charity freight network and throughout our relationships with them, we are always telling them, if you have rejected loads, please let us know and we will try and find a home for them rather than take them to the landfill, you know? So we are always plugging that. We will help in that case. Absolutely.
So is this the thing that's really like, I mean, 13 million pounds so far year to date is enormous. I mean, I think I remember when you hit like 11 million pounds, like for the whole program, like over the, 8 years or whatever it was, and now to do that in a year. I mean, did you ever think that you'd be doing 13, well, whatever, maybe you'll land on 20 million pounds this year? I don't even know. Did you ever think that those numbers would even be possible?
No, I mean, from where we started at 17 years ago to today. I mean,
mover scrounging peanut butter back in the day.
We were just working with movers to get folks to donate their food when they move, which there's still very much merit to it. Like little bits add up. I mean, the same thing with our multifamily program. We have 3,000 properties, 600,000 apartment units, and when residents move out, they can donate their food when they move. They also do food drives. And if you're in a building or you're with a management company that has 200 properties across the nation, right? Like all of a sudden a food drive becomes a lot bigger than just doing something small, right? So we're really looking at how do you do things at scale? I'm very grateful to our board, Tanya included, and Tanya's listening in today, who challenged us a few years back of like, all right, well, how do you grow not just by 1 million pounds a year, but how do you double? How do you triple? And really thinking strategically about how do we get more fresh food in places as well. So that's what our team has been focusing on. We've sunset some programs, we've added some programs, but we've really honed in on how do we do the most we can with the limited resources that we have. And that's the same when you talk to food banks. It's limited resources right now at a time of heightened demand.
I'm really curious, like what's a program that you sunset and said, hey, this isn't necessarily fit for purpose going forward?
Yeah.
I think that's so important because we're all about in the new ideas business, but sometimes we get so clogged up with new ideas that we can't execute. So we kind of have to pare down, over time. So I'm always curious about what, how that process.
Sure. We used to have many years ago a real estate program where we worked with realtors, and we were doing very similar to what we were trying to do with the moving and relo and multifamily industries. And we went to their trade shows and tried to grow. We tried that for four years. And it just didn't catch. It just, for whatever reason, we still work with a lot of realtors today that are very supportive of our programs, many through the relocation program, relocation programs as well. But it just, for whatever reason, you have to make that decision of where you're investing your time. But now that we're going into freight and logistics, like, oh my goodness, like there's a huge opportunity here. We were just at SHRM last week as well. Some of our team was there. And, we're going to be finding ways to get HR professionals who typically manage like corporate engagement and employee engagement initiatives. Like, how do we bring Move for Hunger into more spaces? How do we keep that top of mind?
I love that. I think that's a really great business lesson because look what you've been able to do when you repurpose that bandwidth and those dollars and everything now. And now going after like this food logistics business, now you're getting whole truckloads. Whereas before you might have had a realtor convince someone to donate a couple of cans, right? And now you're just going, I mean, you're really 10Xing, to Tanya's to the story you told me about Tanya. It's really impressive. Speaking of Tanya, shout out to Tanya. I love Tanya. We go way back. Talk about Tanya holding people accountable and just being pushy. Pushy is all get out. Tanya says, auction your painting off for Move for Hunger. Do you think people want to buy my painting?
I might want to buy your painting, being honest.
Yeah.
I've been to Ben's office. I've seen all of his paintings. and just tickle me impressed because it's incredible what this man does with the paintbrush.
Well, I painted this one right here. This one's right here is going out. This one might be more auctionable, but this is the Dr. Seuss the Places You'll Go. I did that for my nephew in Long Island. I got to deliver it to him, so this one's not for sale. But I think people might dig some of this stuff. I don't know. Hey, if there's a market for it, I'll do whatever it takes. You know.
Agreed.
Let's see. Tanya's talking about we hosted the local Utah Global Mobility community at the eBay office earlier this month and did a meal pack for Move for Hunger. It's been something I wanted to do for a long time. We fed 200 people.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Amazing.
And Stephanie's talking about an Atlanta truck pull.
I'm in.
At that.
Listen,
Yeah.
if you all want to help us plan it, we'll bring events to your communities. I know we're planning a whole bunch at some of the regional relocation council meetings this fall. We're going to be doing a bunch of meal pack and snack kit events over there. And you know, the big news that's coming up.
Are we going to do the big news right now?
That's up to you. I mean, listen, you're the host, Ben. You're the
okay.
host.
All right. Well, yeah. Thank you. Can you not take my job? Okay, Adam. Okay, please. All right. I need this, Adam. Okay, I need this. It pays the bills. Mel says, inspiring. Want to join this? Got any in San Antonio or Austin? You got anything coming up in Central Texas?
Well, not officially yet, but I guess my point is, if you want to help us bring something to your community, reach out and we will create the event there with you. Right?
Be careful what you wish for, Mel.
You are my champions, right? You are my boots in the ground. If you help us build it, we will show up and we will throw an incredible and impactful event with you.
Okay, well, there you go, Mel. The gauntlet is thrown down. You go get with Austin relocation professionals, maybe the Texas movers, you know. Yeah, Stephanie's like, let's do it. All right, it looks like we got truck pulls in the works here. Alexa, yes, shout out to Tanya. What's up, Alexa? Get in the comments, y'all. Hit that like button. Leave some love here for Move for Hunger because we've got a big announcement. We've teased it enough. Adam, you want to tell us the big announcement?
So we were chosen by the Albertsons Nourishing Neighbors Foundation, and they are essentially offering a matching gift. They're laying down the gauntlet. They chose us included as one of 11 charities, just 11 charities. And these are big charities like Feeding America, No Kid Hungry, and like all of a sudden Move for Hunger is in that level, which to me is just a testament to this whole space and everybody listening in. Like, Move for Hunger is not a me thing. Move for Hunger is a we thing, right? So they're choosing us as one of 11 charities that to celebrate the nation's 250th anniversary, they're offering up a $250,000 match to each of these organizations.
But that's not free money. You got to go out and earn it, don't you?
It's not free money. That means we have to raise $250,000 between essentially now pledges and donations between July 1st and July 7th. It's not a big window, but no one has ever offered us a matching gift this big. And I'll tell you, I think like, we put all of our financials online. People can see what we raise. Last year, we were about, $2.5–3 million organization. Like we don't have hundreds of millions of dollars like some of these big organizations out there.
Right.
$250,000 for like a $3 million budget. That is substantial. That is significant. That alone provides over 1 million meals right there with that gift. So, what we're doing right now is we're asking folks if they want to donate, if they'd want to make a pledge, to help us really maximize that gift. They can donate online with the QR. You can donate crypto. You can donate a gift of stock. If you've got a donor advised fund, you can donate that way. There are all sorts of ways that you can support the cause. But the goal is like, let's start going a little bit bigger right now in this moment. I don't usually ask people to make a big gift. But right now, I'm encouraging and asking if you have it in you, if it's something that you're capable of doing, now that gift will be doubled in a major, major way. We've already had a couple folks from the industry agree to make some larger gifts, which I'm really grateful to. I want to give a little bit of love to Tim Hughes and his family at MSS.
Nice, MSS.
Who supported us forever for a very long time. But if you're listening today and you have it in your heart and your wallet to make a donation, now's the chance to double it.
Well, I'll go out. I'll say, you know what? I'm in for $500. I'm in for
Amazing.
$500. Okay.
That's
Is
a
anyone
thousand
gonna?
bucks, Ben.
Yeah. Is
Right
anyone
there.
gonna? Yeah. So okay. You know what? Yeah. So is anyone gonna match? Anyone gonna match me, or anyone gonna put up some cash? It doesn't have to be 500. Listen, I know. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money for a lot of folks. But I mean, if anybody has any money they want to donate, obviously on this program and going forward, that will then be matched, right, by Albertsons. Is there something they have to do in order for it to be matched?
No, all you got to do is donate between now and July 7th, or make a pledge that you will donate. We know sometimes people don't have the money right now, but maybe they're planning to make a year-end gift, and maybe you make that gift a little
Listen,
bit
Adam, I told you I was good for it, okay? I know you got to chase me down sometimes. It's funny, I get off these shows and I get a text, hey, so you going to do that thing we talked about on the show? No,
bigger.
I'm always, no, I
You said it
understand.
live. You said it live, Ben.
I said it's on wax. I said it. Yeah. So if anybody wants to donate or pledge in the comments, you can get in the comments now. You could throw out a pledge. Yes, Sharina, thank you. Shout out to Tim Hughes for the Move for Hunger donation over at MSS. We appreciate you so much. And maybe hey, who knows? Maybe I auction off a painting or something like that. I don't know.
I think that would be amazing. Carlyn, I know,
Yeah.
day to day you're doing these recoveries, but you're also talking to the food banks and pantries. Like what kind of need have you seen lately? Like what are you hearing from the folks that are actually distributing the food we're delivering to them?
Absolutely. I mean, a big cost for them is transportation specifically and getting food in their doors to then distribute to the community. So, I mean, these donations will absolutely be streamlined into our efforts to provide transportation for these food banks at a discounted cost or free of charge completely. Uh, and that's, those transportation costs are rising. That's what I'm hearing a lot from our food banks. And so if we're able to continue to support folks through this challenging time, the market is just crazy and up and down. So, uh, if we're able to continue to support them throughout the year, that would be wonderful. But yeah, like you were saying earlier, Adam, the need is much higher. We are seeing a lot more community members utilizing their local food banks and food pantries. SNAP benefits are being cut. I mean, grocery prices are getting crazy as well. So if we're able to continue to streamline all of this excess food that would usually be wasted to food banks and food pantries for community members, we'll be able to close that gap, bridge that gap, and support those communities.
Yeah, that's
It's a
awesome,
lot.
Carlin. Yeah, and I just want to highlight my friend Mark here, Mark Gray, in the comments here. Mark, appreciate you. He says, Adam, get with me regarding the Albertsons match. I will promote it in my next newsletter. Mark's newsletter is iconic. I've been reading it for 15 years probably. Always await it with bated breath when it comes out. I want to know who's going where, who's retiring. But he said, I will promote it in my next newsletter going out to 17,000 moving industry professionals. Again, you are a national treasure.
Mark,
Awesome.
I appreciate you so much. And I mean, like, even that, right? Like, just we're talking to however many people on this program right now, and Mark's willing to share this with 17,000. If others have a newsletter, if others have something they can share on social, right? Like, this is the time that we need to get the word out. I saw Tanya even said, if your company matches gifts, right, that match becomes actually 3x as well, which is pretty cool. So you should always
Sharina,
have
let's highlight.
something you can match.
Oh, sorry, Adam. Let's highlight this in our newsletter too, Sharina. Okay, and do a call to action as well. We don't have quite as many folks as Mark does, but we got a few out there. So yeah, we're gonna highlight that with a call to action as well. Maybe I'll paint something. I don't know. Maybe I'll paint like a Campbell soup can. Like a little what is that? Like Andy Warhol or something.
Yeah, let's get a little Andy Warhol action.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's great. I love it. I love the heart of this community too. So many folks. I mean, everyone's getting excited about giving. It's such a great a great community. Yeah, Carlin, what's been your impression? When did you join the team, and what's been your impression working with our industry?
Yeah, I joined the team about 4 years ago now. I come from a social work background, worked
Mm-hmm.
for a food pantry beforehand. So
Yeah.
this work is my first introduction to the relocation industry. And it has been so cool. It just makes so much sense to connect these people within communities. And one of my favorite things is hearing back from a donor or a farmer, and they're like, "That driver was really awesome and engaged, and like, can we have them back here again?" Or vice versa, the driver saying, "Oh, that farmer was amazing. I love what you guys are doing, and the
Right.
pantry folks were wonderful. Can I do that route again?" So, uh, just the community building of it all really is my absolute favorite part.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it, and there's a saying, once you get into it, it's hard to get out because you just, the heart behind it, and it's more than just business networking. We actually get really connected with one another. So it's pretty cool, and it's been fun to watch what Move for Hunger has done since you joined the team the last 4 years. Adam, can you
Absolutely.
talk to us a little bit about what's happening this fall? I know you kind of teased some of the events, but if we could kind of talk a little bit more in depth about what's going on this fall. We know fall is kind of conference season. It's when a lot of us gather after the summer craziness. What do you got planned for us?
Absolutely. We've got a lot planned this year. So we mentioned the Motor City Drop happening September 15th, 16th. Looking for as many brave souls that would like to join us. I will be rappelling, so it's not like I'm just telling you to do it. I'm gonna do it too.
How much do you
Um,
have to raise to do that?
so you raise $2,500. We'll create the fundraising page. We'll give you a guide and tips to do it. We had folks raise over $20,000 last year doing it. I
Wow.
think our two top fundraisers were Steve McKenna of Allied Van Lines and Brett over at Beltman, Brett Patino over at Beltman Relocation. Those were our two top fundraisers last year. Raised
Okay.
some big dollars there. Um, I'd love to have like representation from all the relo councils, so that way it becomes a relo council thing, and you can kind of fundraise, and everybody can kind of show up that way. We were just talking about Austin Relocation Council, so who's repelling from Austin? And by the way, we're going to take this to a different city every year because it just feels like so much fun. It's
Yeah.
also the day before GLRC, so if you're heading out there anyway, you can come in a day early.
Well, it feels like maybe the regionals who are involved in Great Lakes, which I think is Detroit, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, or Northeast Ohio, Cincinnati, and who am I missing here? There's one more. I think it's Columbus. Columbus, yeah.
Columbus, yep.
Those five of them should have a contest or something. Like the president of each one should compete to see who can raise the most. I think
I
that would be
like
a
it.
lot of fun.
I like it. So that event is happening. We're not neglecting the fun we had in the Music City last year in Nashville. We're doing our first ever Music City truck pull coming up this fall ahead of their fall conference, which we're really excited about.
Nashville's got a lot of hills, okay, which pulling trucks could go, honestly, either way you go up a hill or down a hill, like you're in trouble with a truck pull.
Yeah.
So how are you going to do a truck pull in the Music City?
We have a nice flat parking lot, so don't worry about that.
Remember that time someone almost got run over at AMSA, with the truck?
I really wish you would stop bringing that up in all of these calls.
Well, I think it's important for people to know there's an entertainment aspect to this as well.
There was a time when the truck pull was in its infancy where we didn't have cones or safety measures, and we tried one indoors, and it wasn't great. But now we've learned from said experience, and I promise you it's the safest event that we do at this point, besides the snack hit. But the Music City truck pull is coming up November. You can chat with Lisa Fontana or anyone on my team if you want to join the committee for that. We'd love to have you be a part of it. WRC, we're turning up again at WRC doing the snack kits at registration. We're still looking for a few sponsors for that event, and we're also planning to do some putt-putts through the expo hall, so you can putt for hunger. Some more coming up along that. Taylor, I know, has been working hard with her team to get as many of the regionals to also plan mini pack kits, snack kits at their fall events this fall, just like Tanya just held with Utah. So we're trying to find kind of creative ways to kind of get into all of the events within Relo. We know we're not the only charity out there. There's a lot of incredible causes to support. Please continue supporting them. We want to be one of, and I think we can layer on, whether it's a food drive or a truck pull or a meal pack. We're here for it.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm actually about to. So how does this work? Do people like volunteer, or do like their companies like nominate them to do these rappelling things? You know, because I'm thinking I just got this new guy on my team, right? And he's in Detroit, you know, and he's like real athletic and stuff, you know, but he looks kind of heavy too, like you would drop pretty quick, you know, down a building or something. But real athletic, like he would catch himself too, so it'd be safe, you know. But his name's Tony Hill, and he's in the comments here, and I think we should get him inspired, you know, to like do this, you know. It's just join in on the rappelling at the music not the Music City, the Motor City. Well,
Tony,
what do you think?
we'd love to have you. Your company can sponsor you. You can do it on your own. You don't need to be even affiliated with the company to do it. But maybe Tony, since you're just joining, you can ask Ben to match what you raise.
I might do that. I might sign up for a match. I don't know if I'm gonna do the full boat, but I might sign up for a match. You know, if we can raise the rest of it, maybe, you know, some of our clients or something will kick in for Tony.
And that's an easy way to get there. But yeah, I mean, we have so many events, and that's before you even get into just, even if you're an individual listening and you want to do something on your own, like, we're here. We want to help you. If you got a kid in school, I just did one with my kid. We canned her principal and filled the principal's office with so much food that they couldn't get inside. I just got the yearbook. We made the yearbook. The food drive made the yearbook this year, right? So it's like little things like that can be fun. We're still doing our Can the CEO for any companies that want to can their CEO this year. There's just a ton of ways to get involved. You know, financial donations right now, obviously top of mind with the Albertsons match, but it's not just funds that make this machine move, right? Like, it takes a lot of people. It takes volunteers. It takes connections and introductions. That's really how Move for Hunger has grown over these years.
We have a little chant cooking in the chat here. Mel saying, "Do it, do it." Come on, Tony.
I think Tony's going to do it. Oh, and you know, I don't even know how, because we had a meeting about it this morning. Bay Area Truck Pull, 5th annual this year coming up. So, like, let's not forget about the Bay Area Truck Pull. That event just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Really excited about that one.
I think I was there for the first one, and it's got this cool breeze cooking. Are you guys still doing it at the Hornet, or you doing
Still doing it at the Hornet and Alameda?
It's on an aircraft carrier. It's so cool.
Yeah, like, when are you going to do a truck pull on an aircraft carrier? That's to me, it's the most ridiculous. We've got a board member out there named Reggie. He's the executive director of the Alameda Community Food Bank. So this year, in honor of our 5th, not only do we want to pull this truck, but for all the locals, because we want more local teams, we want to fill this truck with food and then deliver that truck to the Alameda Community Food Bank afterwards. So shout out to Alexander's, who's, you know, our truck sponsor this year. Going to make that event really big and loud and impactful.
Shout out to Alexander's. They're a client of ours as well. Shout out to Donnie Hill too over there and all the great people at Alexander's. I think you should have them pull it all the way to the food bank, just like, you know, like a relay, you know, like a distance run, like combine the half marathon with the truck pull.
Then you're talking about police and street closures, Ben. It's a whole thing here. All right, we're gonna need to raise a lot more money if we want to pull that off.
True or false, though? The movers always win these things. Is that true? I mean, I've seen CrossFit people show up. I've seen firefighters show up. I've seen police show up. I've seen a bunch of fit hippies show up. But every time, the movers win.
I think we had firefighters win or police win last year. The movers generally win. Listen, it's really hard to beat movers at many things because their job is carrying the heaviest things up flights of stairs. So they're training for this event every single day.
Yeah, Tony just came back from the bathroom and got voluntold to jump off a building. You know, that's a tough thing on your second day, you know. But hey, he's about it though. He can do it. Yeah, we'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it offline, Tony. Don't worry about it. No, this is great. I'm always so excited to have y'all here. Do y'all want to? This has been fun, but y'all want to play a game with me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love asking people questions when they have no choice, right? Isn't it great? All right, it's kind of a little power thing, right, Sharina? All right, here we go. Sure. This is a game. So, Carlin, I know you're a big fan of the show, but I'm going to go over the rules anyway, okay? So this is a game I like to call overrated, underrated, all right? Do you know how to play the game?
It sounds like I do. Rate something overrated or underrated.
Who's the host here, Carlin? Okay, who's the host? All right, yeah, you got the first half of it, but there's a little twist at the end, okay, Carlin? At the end, after you've rated it, I will tell you if you are correct.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Oh, see, you thought it was easy, didn't you?
Let's
Here
see.
we go. Here we go. All right, I got my piece of paper that has absolutely nothing to do with this. All right, overrated, underrated. First one up, piano. Carlin.
I think underrated.
Gonna agree.
Why?
Thought we were
Carlin,
aligned.
why underrated, Carlin?
It's like the foundation to music, and I think we've moved past it a bit. I don't know. I'm here for piano all the way.
It's the reason I hired you.
Yeah.
I like trying to get people to like inadvertently talk trash about their boss on the show. It's like one of my passions. Listen, fine, it's underrated. All right, we love piano. Sharina, you play a little. You tickle the ivories. Okay. Do we say that still? I don't know. Anyway, piano. Okay, underrated. We're giving softballs here. Okay. All right, 1 point for the team here. 1 point. All right, next one up. Overrated, underrated. Blueberries. Carlin?
Oh, me? I feel they're appropriately rated.
That is the only unacceptable answer. Trick question.
I feel like people love them. I don't hear a lot of blueberry hate.
Gary Vaynerchuk's favorite food is blueberries. Little side note.
I'm a strawberry fan, so overrated on the blueberries for me. I appreciate how others like blueberries, but it's strawberries or bust in the berry category for me.
I will tell you what, Adam, you could not be more wrong. Strawberries are so violently overrated, okay? My kids go through, talk about food waste. You want to see food waste? You come to the Cross household. These entitled little guys will go through these strawberries and they will take it and they will just nibble the tip. They'll just bite the tip of the strawberry off. They'll put it back on the plate, just violating these strawberries. And then what are we gonna do with the little white top half? Because they're never really ripe, That's the problem with strawberries these days.
In these cases, I gotta blame the parents because my kids eat all their strawberries.
Your kids are definitely better than mine. We could trade or something. Yeah, no,
my dog eats those.
What about So blueberries though. I'm gonna make you decide, Carlin. Overrated or underrated?
I think they're underrated. I do love a blueberry.
You just saved a couple pallets. I mean, they got to be by definition, they're underrated. People are refusing blueberries out here.
Yeah.
Maybe Adam's the one that refused the blueberry shipment. You ever think about that?
Yeah.
There's a conspiracy theory for you.
Yeah.
Adam's out here denying blueberries. Let's see. Amy says, no, superfood is overrated. Oh, wow.
I think she was saying no superfood is overrated.
Well, I put the comma in the wrong place, Amy. That's what happens. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, movers practice in their lots before the event. I have another theory. I think they ride the brakes. Anyway, Olivia says Amy agreed, especially strawberry. Oh, get out of town, Olivia. Can we block Olivia? That's my wife's name. All right, you know what? Blueberries are underrated. Yes, they are underrated. And if you have blueberries that are going bad, you can actually make them jams. Preserves.
Jams, you can make them into a smoothie. There's
perhaps
all
a compote for your pancakes.
Compote,
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, don't compote. Anyway, all right, moving on. Overrated, underrated. Jersey Shore beaches, Carlin.
Oh gosh, I haven't spent too much time on the Jersey Shore beaches, but I would say they're overrated.
I'm giving hints, Adam. First time callers, I'm giving hints. You think they're overrated? All right, Adam.
Overrated, underrated. Go. But I'm not going to tell you where to go because I'd rather you stay away and let me keep my beach to myself.
Adam, give us a little tip, huh? Come on, let us in, huh? Where's the spot in the Jersey Shore?
Asbury, Spring Lake, Ocean Grove, Bradley Beach. There's really one little stretch that's just delightful.
I heard a rumor. Is there a nude beach in Jersey?
That's Gunnison Beach up in.
Is that two ends or one?
It's up in Sandy Hook, which is a national park. And I remember being a little kid, and you're like, "Oh, we're gonna go to the nude beach," and then you go as a little kid, and it's the oldest people that you've ever seen in your life.
It's not what
Those
you
are the
want.
people that go to the nude beach, and
Yeah.
one trip was all I needed.
Back to Spring Lake. All right. So Jersey Shore, underrated, you think, Adam?
It's underrated. It's a wonderful place. It's been my home for 40 years, so I love it here.
You can find Adam sleeping on the beach.
You can.
That's great. Yeah, I'm with you though, Carlyn. I think it's overrated. I think there's a whole state full of people that have it wrong. But you know what? You're only as good as your options sometimes. So you know what? God bless. All right, moving on. Overrated, underrated. Staying in Asbury Park, the boss, Bruce Springsteen.
I feel like you're coming at me today.
I am a little bit.
Gosh, these are hard because
Are they?
people know these people. They're definitely rated to a
Well,
certain
Bruce
extent.
watches the show from time to time. He mentioned that to me last time at the cocktail party we were at.
I'll go underrated. You love the boss.
Adam, is she wrong?
Listen, I just saw the man at Madison Square Garden a month ago.
That must kill. Was that amazing?
70 years old. He still puts on a 3+ hour show. It's amazing. He's underrated. Like no opener, 3 hours, bands going crazy. It was great. It was great.
That's awesome.
I can't even. I mean, the guy, he looks amazing. He's like so fit. He's running all over the place. Like he's doing his thing. You gotta love him, Bruce.
Great.
I think he's actually.
I
think he's actually underrated. I mean, he's obviously like the one in New Jersey, but like, you get outside and I feel like people have kind of like forgotten about Bruce a little bit. I think Bruce is like up there in that Parthenon of, acts, and I think he's underrated actually.
Agreed.
I don't know if this is about Bruce or not, but she says freeze them and make smoothies. Probably not. It's probably the blueberries.
Go back to the berries there, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Stephanie. Appreciate that. Slight delay. Yeah, underrated for sure. We got one left? Yeah. One left. Sharina says one left. Overrated, underrated. Drum roll, please. Summer vacation.
Underrated. We love summer vacation.
Yeah.
Do we get summer vacation?
I was going to say, Adam, you giving out summer vacations over here?
No, a vacation during summer, though. Sometimes summer is the vacation from the winter.
Summer is
underrated.
I heard Move for Hunger gives 2.5 months in the summer. Is that true?
No, we do a couple of half-day Fridays during the summer every other week because the spring and the fall is a lot. But
food insecurity never sleeps, Carlyn. Okay, sorry.
That's true. That's true. We do love our summer Fridays, though. They're very appreciated.
Yeah, and then when you get that, where do you go with your half day on Fridays? Not the shore, right? Where do you go?
I'm not going to the Jersey Shore. I'm on the other side of the country. I'm in Portland, so I'll go to some nice green space, take my dog for a walk, look at flowers, nice stuff.
That's nice. Look at that. Summer
Portland's
vacation.
got a great life over there in Portland. I'm very jealous of her.
Yeah, I think summer vacation's overrated. Call me a Grinch. Yeah, they say that kids lose 2 months of reading ability. Like they digress, they regress over the summer.
Your kids aren't eating their strawberries. They're not reading.
They can't read.
They can't read good.
Yeah, it's probably the parents. You're right. It's totally the parents. Oh my gosh, this is great. You know what? I marked it down. Carlyn, you are the winner today on overrated, underrated. Incredible.
What'd she get? What'd she get, Ben?
She got 2 pallets of blueberries, actually.
Oh, they will be utilized. Trust me, they ain't going to waste.
Good, nice. Favorite blueberry dish, Carlyn?
Very good. I mean, compo, I would say, is probably my go-to over pancakes, waffles.
Macerate them a little bit over a little heat.
Oh, yeah.
Watch the magic happen. Now, this is awesome. Get in the comments, y'all. Let us know your favorite blueberry recipe. How do you take your blueberries? Get in there. And Adam, if people want to get more involved, what can they do?
Visit moveforhunger.org. There are tons of ways to get involved. You can donate, you can volunteer, you can set up a food drive. If you want to set up one of these events at your relocation council or your company, we're here for that. Move for Hunger is not just for the relocation space. Move for Hunger is for everybody. But especially right now, at a time when we have this Albertsons Foundation match happening, now is that time. Please make your gift. moveforhunger.org/donate. You can scan that QR code. Again, gifts of cash. We take donor advised funds. We take stocks. We take crypto. We want to make it easy for you to give. And right now, every gift is doubled.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Anything that they donate on moveforhunger.org, they don't have to go to a special landing page. Anything that's donated for the next 2 weeks until July 7th is going to count towards this Albertsons $250,000.
Including a pledge. If you decide that you can't donate right now, but you're willing to make the pledge and say you'll do it later, that will count as well. Just let us know, and we'll be here to put that pledge aside.
What if I donate an artwork that might be worth a few $1,000s?
As long as that few $1,000s comes through at some point, then we'll count it.
You gotta figure out how to move this thing. It might be hot. I don't know. Anyway, this is great. Lisa's saying, I feel like eating them straight from the container after washing, of course. Mel saying blueberry cobbler. No votes for cobbler.
Cobbler.
Yeah, and that's awesome. This is great. As always, this is so much fun. I really, really, really appreciate it. Thanks for coming on, Carlyn. I know you're busy. You got to dispatch a truck full of berries somewhere. Adam, thanks for making time out of the shore and being here. It's always a pleasure, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much, Ben. So nice to meet you.
Thank you so much. And thanks so much, Sharina, our producer, as well. And thank you so much for everybody who's out there that got in the comments. We wouldn't have a show without y'all, so we really, really, really appreciate it. We've actually got a couple more shows this week. Sharina's been doing a phenomenal job booking guests, so we got some great folks coming up. Who do we got this week, Sharina? We got Rob Morehouse. Never mind. We got a kind of mediocre show tomorrow with Rob Morehouse. No, totally kidding. Rob's amazing.
Rob's the best.
Friend of the show. No, Rob's a great guy. We love Rob. Anyway, so stay tuned. Same time next tomorrow. Take care, y'all. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you.